Tony Blair's former chief of staff, Jonathan Powell, has warned against a deal between the British Conservative Party and Northern Ireland's Democratic Unionist Party. Thursday's general election results saw the Conservative Party unexpectedly fail to win a majority of seats, meaning it will rely on the right-wing Ulster Party to stay in power for the next 5 years. 60-year Powell was heavily involved in negotiating the Good Friday Agreement that brought peace to the province and told Sky News on Friday, "I really would appeal to the government not to go down this path." Since 1991, when a Tory Conservative Secretary of State for Northern Ireland said that we would remain neutral in Northern Ireland, not take the side of the Unionists, not take the side of the Nationalists, that we had no strategic or selfish interest in Northern Ireland. If we find ourselves taking sides, how on earth are we going to mediate between the Unionists and the Nationalists, where we're trying to establish government? Read more. DUP strive for best deal for Northern Ireland in Tory talks. We have a political crisis there. Do we really want to make the political crisis there worse, just so the British government can stagger on? Powell added that John Major, the last time a Conservative Prime Minister with a small parliamentary majority, hadn't agreed a formal alliance with the DUP because he did not want to be depending on them and find himself unable to be even-handed in Northern Ireland. Watch. Jonathan Powell, former chief British negotiator on Northern Ireland, explains how the Tory-DUP coalition cannot work. pic.twitter.com QRXL0 @EL4JC, June 9, 2017. John Major won a slender majority in 1992, and whilst his government never entered into a formal deal with any other party, it did become increasingly reliant on 9 MPs from the Ulster Unionist Party, then the largest Unionist party. He added that the DUP's fulsome support for Brexit was an additional problem. One of the 3 subjects the EU have put on the agenda for the initial negotiation on Brexit is the border between North and South. Now the DUP takes a very different view on Brexit than all the other parties in Northern Ireland. All the other parties, including the other Unionist parties, voted to remain in the EU. 57% of the people of Northern Ireland voted to remain in. So if we go into that negotiation